Hello everyone, myself Bhushan Bhavsab Sonone and welcome to these education sessions on Unit 3 Concept Inspections, Verifications and Selection. Before we begin, I would like to express my gratitude to respected Dr. S.D. Sancheti sir, whose PPT has guided the contents of video. This is the syllabus of the Unit 3 Idea generation approach, TRIZ method, benchmarking, brainstorming, alternate thinking, reverse engineering, etc. Power policy, product policy of organization, selection of profitable concepts, analysis concept selection process, per concept selection process, concept analysis, marketing accept, product characteristic, functional, operational, durability, aesthetic, ergonomic aspects. Ergonomic analysis, product aspect, functional modeling and decompositions, functions. Analysis system, techniques, subtract and operate procedure. In next slide, we have some question paper in there. In November, December 2022, in April, May 2023, in May, June 2023, in April, May 2024, in November, December 2024, in April, May 2025. Next topic is idea generation. Idea generation म्हणजे काय? It is a creative process of generating new method, solution or improvement to solve a problem or enhancing a product. In simple words, आयडिया जनरेशन म्हणजे नवीन कल्पना निर्माण करणे जेणेकरून आपला प्रोडक्ट सिस्टम किंवा ऑर्गनायझेशन इम्प्रूव्ह होईल. हे प्रोसेस बऱ्याच वेळा ग्रुप डिस्कशन, ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग, इनोव्हेशन टेक्निक आणि कस्टमर नीड्स समजून घेण्यासाठी केले जाते. In next slide, need and purpose of the idea generation. Good idea leads to better product innovation, competitive advantage in market, customer satisfaction, business growth. Now that we understand why idea generation is, चला पाहूया various approach ज्याद्वारे आपण idea generate करू शकतो. This approach helps engineers and innovators to synthetic think, analyze and generate multiple creative solutions instead of depending on only on random thinking. Now let's talk about a very powerful and systematic innovation technique called is TRIZ method. TRIZ म्हणजे Theory of Innovative Problem Solving. It was developed by Hendrik Altucher, a Swiss engineer, in 1946 after studying more than 2 million patents to understand how the great innovations are created. इन सिंपल वर्ड ट्रीज ही एक अशी मॅथ टेक्निक आहे की जी इंजिनियर्सला सायंटिफिक पॅटर्न वापरून क्रिएटिव्ह सोल्युशन शोधायला मदत करते. एक क्वेश्चन नेहमी विचारला जातो, ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग असताना ट्रीजची गरज काय? ट्रॅडिशनल ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग इज अनस्ट्रक्चरल आयडियाज रॅन्डम मेथड, बट trees give us a structural, repeatable and logical method for innovation. Trees helps to engineer solve technical problem creatively, remove contradictions in design, develop a strong and practical innovation ideas. For example, जर आपल्याला प्रोडक्ट स्ट्रॉंग पण लाईटवेट हवा असेल तर ही कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन ट्रीजने सायंटिफिक पद्धतीने आपण सोडवू शकतो. This said, why trees are important. Traditional brainstorming is intuitive and unstructured. Trees offer a structural, repeatable, and analytical approach in innovation to help the eliminate the contradiction in engineering design. Says trees process simplified. First process is define the problem. Second process is find the contradiction pair. Third process is use the contradiction matrix. And fourth process is apply the principle. We want to increase cooling efficiency of a system without increasing the fan size. This is a contradiction cooling. But size. Trees matrix here suggests innovative principle like segmentation, dynamics, parameter changes. Based on this possible solution, could we use the multiple small fans instead of on one big fan? Use variable speed fans. Use phase change material for faster heat absorption. म्हणजे ट्रीजने आपल्याला डायरेक्शन दिलं की कशा प्रकारे इनोव्हेटिव्ह सोल्युशन जनरेट करता येईल. In this set, now let's understand this trees with is a practical case study. which is the redesign of a car jack system. Traditional car jacks are bulky and heavy, require high manual effort, sometimes unstable except on uneven surface. So the objective is to design a lightweight, stable and user-friendly car jack that requires the minimal manual effort and without increasing the cost. Now we have solved the in step by step. Step 1. Identify technical contradictions. Firstly, identify the technical contradiction. We want to increase the stability of a easy of use and but normal that increase the size, weight and cost. This is a classic trees contradictions. In second steps, this matrix suggests the principle. According to the tree's contradiction matrix, the relevant and innovative principle for these contradictions are Principle 1 segmentation, Principle 15 dynamics, Principle 35 parameter changes, Principle 10 preliminary action. This principle now guide used to create the innovative. In step 3, apply the innovative principle. Principle 1 is segmentation. Instead of a bulky base, use a foldable or segmental base that opens wide for stability and folds for storage. Second principle is dynamics. Idea to create the adjustable base that adapts the shape based on a surface angle using the self-adjusting legs. And next is principle 35 parameter changes. Idea to use lightweight composite material like carbon fiber, reinforced plastic for strength with a reduced weight. In next principle 10 preliminary action. Idea incorporate a battery powered screw drive to begin a lifting action automatically reduce the manual effort. Step 4 propose the trees based solution. Final concept features in collapsible base means segmentation, dynamics like adjustable to suit the uneven terrain, dynamics, composite material to reduce the weight, preloaded motorized drive for auto. Step 5 benefits achieved. Portability, stability, easy to use, safety, cost. There is a one problem statement and solve the problem by using the trees method. And next topic is benchmarking. Now let's move on to next important idea generation and improvement tool, which is the benchmarking. Benchmarking is a systematic process of comparing one's product process of practice with those of competitors, industry leaders or best in class companies to identify the improvement opportunity. The process of learning, adapting and measuring the outstanding practices and process from the any organization to improve the performance. Purpose of benchmarking to identify improvement ideas, learn from others successful and failure, set realistic and competitive targets, improve the performance and efficiency, utilize resources effectively. Type of benchmarking: internal benchmarking, competitive benchmarking, functional benchmarking, and generic benchmarking. In internal benchmarking, comparing between the departmental units of the same organization. In competitive benchmarking, comparing with direct competitors. In functional benchmarking, comparing with similar function across the industries. In generic benchmarking, comparing best practices irrespective of industry. Types of benchmarking processes. First one is planning. Select the process, define the scope and choose team, identify the partners. Second one is data collection. Collect information using the researchers, questionnaires and site visitors and interviews. And step 3 is analyze. Compare your performance versus benchmarking organization. Identify the performance gaps. Step 4 improvement. Implement the best practices, monitor results and recapitulate if needed. This is the continuous cycle because improvement never stops. First one is planning. In planning, determine the purpose and scope of the project. Select the process to be benchmarked. Choose the team. Define the scope. Develop a flowchart for the process. Establish the process measure. Identify the benchmark partner. Is collecting data. Conduct a background research to gain the throughout understanding on the process and partnering the organization. Use the question answer to gather information necessary for benchmarking. Conduct site visits if additional information is needed. Conduct interviews if more details information is needed. Analyzing. Analyze quantitative data of partnering organization and your organization. Analyze qualitative data of partnering organization and your organization. Determine the performance practices. Report finding and brief management. Develop an improvement implementation plan. Implement process improvement. Monitor performance measurement and track process. Recalibrate the process as needed. Brainstorm. Brainstorming is a creative group problem-solving technique used to generate a large number of ideas in short period of time. Introduced by the Alex Osborne in 1942 based on the principle that quantity leads to quality, then more ideas generate, the higher the chance to finding the innovative solutions. Brainstorming is part of design thinking used to use the ideation phase. It is extremely popular for design teams because they can expand in all directions. Brainstorming, they can take a vast number of approach, the more better instead of the just exploring conventional means and running into the association obstacle. When a team work in a judgment-free atmosphere to find a real dimension of a problem, they are most likely procedure of answer and will they refine into the possible solutions. Brainstorming may seem to lack constraint, but everyone must observe 8 house rules and have someone acting on a facility. Set a time limit. Second, begin with target problem. Third, refrain from judgment. Fourth, encourage weird and wacky ideas. Fourth, quantity. Build on other ideas. Stay visual. Allow one conversations at a time. Statement. Design a next generation water bottle for college students. Step 1. Preparation. Step 2. Idea generation by raw ideas. Bottle with a temperature display, collapsible foldable bottle for easy storage, self-cleaning bottle using UV lights, leak-proof magnetic cap, bottle that track the water intake, ergonomic grip with the anti-slip rubber, multi-compartment bottle, bottle with built-in filter for safe drinking, glow in the dark bottle for night use, eco-friendly. Option 1, option 2, option 3. Thinking is a creative problem solving approach where a designer delivery to look the different ways of approaching a problem instead of the following conventional or routine method. It challenges the assumptions and encourages the exploring non-traditional perspectives of alternate thinking to break away from the fixed mindset to stimulate innovative and originality to consider multiple viewpoints before concept selection to uncover hidden opportunity for improvement. Principle of alternate thinking challenges assumptions, think in opposites, change perspectively, scamper technique. Practical example, redesign of the classroom benches. Problem statement, redesign the classroom benches for students to improve the comfort, usability and space utilization. In next slide, alternate thinking using a SCAMPER, scamper. Substitute, combine and adapt. Next is modify, magnify and minify. Curve break rest for spine support. Bench size adjustable for 1 to 3 students. Provide the movable partitions for exams. Put to other use, eliminate, rearrange, reverse, redesign a classroom benches, alternative thinking. This is a product by using a alternative thinking to design a student bench. The reverse engineering. Physical product to obtaining dimensional details to create 3D model to inspection the model with the physical model to create the manufactured drawing to process for manufacturing. This is the reverse engineering. Reverse engineering means reverse engineering is the process analyze an existing product to understand its design, functional, material and manufacturing method and then using the knowledge for improvement, redesign or creating new ideas. It is the essential working backward from the final product to design data. Reverse engineering process data collection, analysis, Modeling, redesign means modification and validations. Right, we discuss concept selection process. After going through the concept generation process, you now have a long list of the creative ideas. The question now is how you decide which ideas to pursue. This can be decided throughout the external decision making, example by the manager or customer, or throughout the team decision making. Selection, it is a decision process in which the design team select one or few product concept for further development. Concept selection approach, external decision, product champion and institution, multi-OT, pros and cons, prototype and test, decision matrix. In next, concept development funnel. This is a diagram of concept development funnel. First is concept generation, next is concept screening, next is concept scrolling, and next is concept testing. PERC concept selection process. Next process is PERC concept selection process. The PERC analysis matrix is the analysis tool that results the optimal concept. You refine a list of ideas by using the matrix based process to weight and compare the conceptual design. First is similar to pros or versus cons. Evaluate the multiple optionals versus baseline. Use a matrix to address the multiple factors. The PERC matrix was developed by the Stuart PERC, who was the head of the design divisions and the professor at the University of the Strel in Glasgow. These matrices were used for the decision making, helps us select the best viable and the most feasible optional from the list given the alternatives. But to do, we need to first determine the most important criteria that will lead to order to finalize the decision about the alternatives, and then we select the best based on the creativity. This method is mainly used the teams as well as the individual, but it is better used by the teams. The PERC matrix that can be used to choose the specific assets of the all alternatives and the combine, then make a most feasible product. The end product will be better than the product made initially. How to create a PERC analysis matrix? Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6. In step 1, create a chart of criteria, y-axis versus concept in x-axis. Step 2, pick one concept and rate the across all criteria. Step 3, fill out the rest of the chart with A. This I had done relative of the one of the internet data for say in next step sum the positive and sum the negative come with the net score, example +4 or -1 or 0. Step 5, iterate across all concepts. Step 6, merge the result to find the winner. PERC matrix example. There is one example of the PERC matrix. There is solution of the PERC matrix. Concept analysis marketing aspect. The marketing concept. This is a business philosophy that challenges the above three business orientation. That means production, product, and selling. It is the central trends to crystallize in 1950s. This is hold the key to achieve the organization goal. In next, distinction between the sales concept and the marketing concept. The sales concept focus on the needs on the seller. The marketing concept focus on the needs the buyer. Second, the sales concept is preoccupied with the seller need to convert he or her product into the cash. The marketing concept is the preoccupied with the idea satisfaction the needs of the customer by means of the product as with solution the customer problem needs. The marketing concept represents the major change in today company orientation that provide the foundation to achieve the competitive advantage. Product characteristic. First is functional, operational, durability, and aesthetic or ergonomic. Functional characteristic. Functional requirements are features that are built to serve the product user. They are piece of the functionally that solve the particular problem for users. An example of the functional requirement would you be user should be able to import contact into the mail application. Operational characteristic. Performance, feature, reliability, conformance, survivability, pre, pre, perceived quality, Durability. Durability is the ability of the physical product to remain the functional without requiring the excessive maintenance or repair. When faced with the challenges of normal operation or it is the design lifetime. There are the several measures of durability in use, including year of life, hours of use, and number of operational cycle. Second is aesthetic. Aesthetic is a core design principle that defines the design of pleasing qualities. In visual terms, aesthetic include the factors such as the balance, color, movement, pattern, scale, shape, and visual weight. Designers to use to aesthetic complement their design usability and so enhance the functionality with the attractive layout. Ergonomic aspect. An applied science concept which is the designing the arranging thing people to use that the people and thing interactive most efficiently and safely. There is one picture to see a man on sitting on chair. 5. Aspect of ergonomics. There are 5 aspects of ergonomics. First, safety, comfort, easy of use, productivity, performance. And next is aesthetic. Functional analysis. Value engineer defines the functional as that which is make a product work or sell. Function is the certainly the end of result or action desired by the customer. Customer wants to functional up to achieve by the reliability, efficiency and effectively by the product or services. Functional. Question helps to achieve the function. What is the purpose of the product? What is just in cost? What is the worth? What is the alternative? Will do you the same job? It is exactly what does the for the customer. In function, project or product is evaluated by the identify the function in two terms, verb and noun. Verb describe the specific action to achieve the intended purpose. Noun define the problem, define the object onto which is the action operated. Example: an electric cable has function of the conducting current. Conduct verb current. Noun value in term of function of product. Use value, esteem value, exchange value, cost value. Types of function. Primary function, basic function cannot be changed. Example, boil water and pure water safely. Secondary function, supporting a functional can be modified or eliminated. Indicate level of water, cordless, water infiltration, power indication. Next is functional analysis. There is the chart of the functional analysis, housing feature, light bulb. Step to perform the functional analysis. Random function identification, functional analysis system technique or fast diagramming. Cost to functional relationship. Identify the functional that have the best opportunity to improve the value. Random function identification. It is the beginning of the function analysis phase. Randomly determine the verb, noun combinations that describe the functions of the project under the study. Listing a functional to entire the product in identify the basic function. The bill of material BOM of each component is prepared and the identify the functional or functions of each and every part in the BOM. Cost function relationship. Lead, wood, metal cap, eraser, shape of wood, printing. There is a some component to in chart and explain the function, explain the cost and percentage in this chart. Functional analysis system technique in bracket FAST. Functional analysis system technique we discussed the Charles pathway developed in fast diagram in 1964. Fast diagram are functional orientation, not time orientation. Fast is not the end of the product or result, but rather a beginning. Functional analysis system technique. Visual layout tree diagram of the product function. Start with the basic function and build to the right with supporting and secondary function. Why do a fast diagram? Understand the function to eliminate it or improve the delivery to basic. Functional analysis system. Secondary, primary, there is to develop a functional analysis system technique. There is some chart to understand the functional analysis system technique. Overheat project first diagram. How by input is there fast model correlate projector. Benefits of the functional analysis system technique. Develop Our share an understanding of project, identify the missing function, define the simplify and clarity of the function, organize and understand the relationship between the function, identify the basic function of the project, process and product, improve the communicate and the consequence, stimulate creativity, subtract and operate. This is the method. Disable one component, operate the system, analyze the effect, deduce the sub-function of the component, and replacement of the component, and repeating the time. For watching this video. I hope this session helped to the understand the concept clarity and in simple way. I once again express my sincere to gratitude to the respected Dr. S.D. Sancheti sir for providing the PPT and that helped the creating the this educational content. If you found this video helpful, please like and share with your classmates so that they can also benefit from it. Thank you so much.